Are You Wearing a Helmet is brought to you by Excelsior Games and Comics in Greenville, Michigan. Find us on Facebook, iTunes, Podbean, and Stitcher.
Welcome back, listeners, to another amazing episode of Are You Wearing a Helmet? I'll be your DM, Keith Allen, and I'm joined by my players.
Ken playing Erdeth, the Elven Ranger.
Chris playing Wee-hoo! Halfling Rogue.
Rob playing Engelbert Harrison, the human cleric.
Eric Wisniewski playing Gunther Stanmeyer and Fighter.
And fighter?
And Fighter.
Yeah, he doesn't have a real good grasp of English.
Not the fighter.
or the common
Well,
tongue.
no. He is not the fighter. He is and Fighter.
Oh,
He only fights ands.
gotcha.
I mean...
Keep that in mind.
Not Andes.
Yeah. He fights in the Andes Mountains.
Right.
That is it specifically there.
Absent from this episode will be Rick Dubrich, who will be joining us again here in just a little bit. But where we last left our intrepid adventurers, they were standing on a bridge after slaughtering a bunch of bandits and throwing their leader into the water.
Hey. They had it coming. They had fair warning that they could have left. Now I got to find their families.
Yep.
All right, you find yourselves in the rolling grasslands of the Golan countryside, bathed in the blood of your enemies. It's a clear spring day.
I thought you
Wow.
said the blood was clear.
So you're saying,
No.
Man.
so you're saying that we've left the bridge and everything already?
Well, you've begun to round up your caravan, I'm sure, in order to
absolutely.
head on. You've pushed the cart out of the way.
Oh, sure. I've ransacked the bodies, make sure I got personal
There are
identification.
2 draft horses for the taking, if you would.
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. Are you going to rummage through the cart at all, or?
Yeah. Because again, I got to find personal identification so I can identify these people and their families.
Inside the cart, you find 3 barrels. And as you pop them open, you find that at one point in time, they contain some sort of sticky liquid, probably wine or something of the like. However, they have been emptied and have had bodies shoved into them. More than likely, the bodies of the merchants that owned the cart originally.
They got a perfectly good river right there.
They got
could have thrown
super
them in.
dark. Holy cow.
I do not feel bad at all for what we did.
Ooh.
Agree. Hard agree.
All right. Yeah, let's...
Mixed in amongst the boxes, you also find a few bolts of fine material, wool cloth, silk. They were obviously on their way to a market of some kind.
All right.
So
we'll grab whatever of value. Then pile up whatever bodies along with the merchant barrel bodies and set it ablaze.
just in the middle of the bridge.
Yeah. I mean, the bridge is...
The bridge is
stone.
wood. No, it's wood.
Oh, it is wood.
Oh,
Well, then never mind. Sorry.
I guess
roll
there's
it.
no more bridge.
Let's roll that off to the...
Next crossing is 2
I
days
apologize.
that way, guys. Good luck.
I'm sorry. I thought it was stone. But
It's been a hot minute, but yes, it is a wooden bridge.
we'll
just
set a little
roll-
pyre.
Yeah, just roll it off to the side and we'll just put a sign on it that says sorry about that and keep moving.
Right. No,
Contact us at nowhere.
I'll go with Engelbert here, and we'll give the merchants there a proper burial. But the cut purses and brigands and all that, nah, throw them on.
They get on the
pile.
pyre.
Yeah, they're all the same to me. Anyway,
They're not halfling. Don't care.
so we're gonna we'll pilfer what is value, burn or give regular burial. Who knows? Maybe these merchants were jerks.
All right.
I mean, they were most certainly jerks, but they are of a certain caste. And
As Eredith, Weehu, and Vander, who has a just glazed over look in his eye, begin to rummage through the cart and load things into their own, taking the 2 horses as their own as well. And you 2 begin to do proper burial rites on the 3 merchants. It looks like, on just a cursory examination, it looks like somebody had slit their throats.
Were they all human?
Yes, they all were human.
Yeah, then yeah, whatever. Yeah.
It's like having a funeral for goldfish.
Yeah.
You get in the
There
Nike
we
box, you're
go.
going in the ground.
That's really good. I like that.
They got
If there are a
got
toilet
a
around,
Nike box. The Nike box for people. It's like, yeah.
It's really nice. We'll stuff some grass in there.
Choicest grass clippings.
Goodbye, Mr. Bubbles. I'll miss you forever.
Yikes. So
All right.
draft horses pulling. We'll have the our oxen, just walking behind.
Yeah, give him a break.
Give
All right.
everybody,
As you're all mounting back up to get ready to go, you can hear the drumming of hoofbeats in their hooves in the distance coming down the road.
again.
You can see a cloud of dust, and it appears to be coming at you from both sides of the river.
Well, we'll get across the river and then just kind of move off to the side. Let them go by.
All right. Within moments over the hilltops, you can see riding 12 to 15 well-armed men, lances held at their sides, drumming towards the bridge on their horses.
All right.
And that's from both sides. So this was obviously a well-planned military.
okay. Can we identify this group? Is it a...
History from anybody.
I might have some of that. I don't know. What's history? Where's that? There it is.
17.
17?
And,
Less.
since I'm of the noble classes,
Barely.
I mean, minor nobility, all right. I might not know my heraldry, but I've seen flags before.
We're all sons of the Hundy.
Actually, you do recognize the particular banner that's flying with these soldiers. It is of a green boar on a yellow backdrop.
Okay.
And it is the banner for the House Menthin.
House of Meth.
No. No.
I know where we're going next.
Ah, yes. Baron von Heisenberg.
So, Manthan House, are they,
in 20 minutes.
is this their lands?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so as they're riding up there, we're in a group of armed people on the ground, and I'll just wave them over.
Yeah. And I'm not going to wave them over, just wave them by.
Well,
Hi.
as the
Around.
Yeah.
Go around.
as they approach, you can see a small contingent with what you would guess would be the leader from his dress. He's wearing a heavy suit of chain with a spectacle helm depicting a boar.
Oh,
So his helm has glasses?
Yeah, it's the you ever seen like the nasal helms with the eye goggle kind of things?
Sure.
It's one of those.
That's what that means. All right, cool.
So he breaks off, and two men break off with him, and he kind of slows the rest of the group as they fan out. He approaches you, and you're like, "Ho there, travelers! State your names."
Hail, Manthan. This is Gunther of House Stanmeyer. You see members of the
Stanmeyer, one of the shit houses.
Hunter would say that.
Give him that eye roll, too.
Oh, we're fighting, I see.
Well, I mean, we had to do something to block out the stench of boar.
He belly laughs. By all means, no harm, no harm.
Yeah, no offense. We just think you're assholes.
He appears to be a very boisterous man, not taking himself or your heritage very seriously.
All right. Looks as if you had some bandits on the bridge back there. We took care of them for you. Unfortunately, a few of your merchants were killed beforehand.
We
They're
figured,
over there.
we figured something was wrong when they did not make their appointed time. I've never known a merchant to be late for anything, especially
well, not
when
the
money is
money.
involved. I like you. You shut up.
I just want to be involved.
I am a normal human being that has regular emotions.
Understand jokes. in
I
a
also
social
too.
situation.
I also too like bread.
I can be trusted with weaponry and the holy scriptures.
No, he looks kind of incredulous and takes his helmet off and reveals just a shock of red hair and a bushy beard, and gets down off of his horse with some issues as he's a little bit of a larger man.
Ah, yes.
So, Stanmere, you say that you took care of the bandits for me.
We did, as members of the 100, it is our responsibility. Well, responsibilities, but anything that adds to the tale.
Don't you mean duty from the poop house? It's your duty.
I respectfully abstain from decision making so as to maintain plausible deniability. Respect.
I like this one.
A wise man of the cloth.
Yes. But yes, we dispatched them. They tried to waylay us, and we didn't take too kindly to
Right.
it.
And now we got things to do. So have a good day.
Oh, no. For such people that have committed such great deeds in my own lands, it would be remiss of me not to have you to my house.
Well,
Thanks.
we had
thanks,
a,
but no thanks. We got some woods to go check out. You know, we do have a mission, right?
we did have a good time over at the Pepto Palace.
That's right. As
On that one for a while.
I'll put my
It's been percolating for a month.
I put
We
my
thank
hand,
you for listening to Are You Wearing a Helmet?
I put my hand in my pocket and just kind of stroke the keys that I've been amassing. You're right. Maybe this it
He
would
looks
be
at you
rude.
slightly askance as he doesn't know what you're doing over there.
It would be rude to not accept this invite. Keys. Jingle jangle in my pocket.
All right. Well then, I will have you to my house. We will feast tonight, and tomorrow I will set you on your way, as I know that you have an important mission for our king.
Well, we definitely have been sent forth. So, yes, it will be good to get the dust of the road off.
Can we do a history and or knowledge for traditionally does the House of Piggies support the king? Or are they kind of like the Hargraves where they're working on
I would say that would be a history, yeah.
Yeah. 19.
No?
11.
Okay.
I know basic things.
Your cursory knowledge of human politics, you know that the Manthan family is historically known as what's called fence sitters. They
Oh,
don't support the
They
king.
don't do squat. They just happy to do their own thing. And
Yeah.
whoever's in. Okay, I got you.
Most people are more than happy to leave them alone in the middle march. Just kind of,
All right.
yeah, rule the grasslands, guys. Have fun with that.
Sweet. Prime targets.
The only thing that like most people know them well for is keeping the road clear of bandits.
Gotcha. Okay.
So
So they came from both. They came from both directions. Which way are we going? Back the way we came, or forward?
forward.
Oh, good. It's on our way. Let's do that.
Actually, my manse is on our way. We'll dine at my house tonight.
Excellent. Do you have a lot of doors with locks?
In the typical Golan fashion, we don't believe in doors.
Mother.
Beaded curtains for everybody.
I hate this place.
So everywhere is like the back room of the VHS store, right? I feel so dirty for being in here.
It's going to be very difficult for me as I have a shy bladder.
It's the only room with a door on it.
But it's not lockable.
And there's a sizable gap on the sides.
With children staring at you through it. In fact, I hire a child to stand there and stare at
All
you.
right, next group. Go on through.
Any man that cannot do his business in front of a child. Wait a minute.
There's not worthy to be a member of the House of Piggy.
God.
House of Piggy. Great.
All right, so yeah, we'll load up. Well, we're already loaded, so it's lead the way.
Hi.
Dude,
All right.
My man.
he did introduce himself, right?
No, you just assumed he was Lord Manthan. And you're right.
Well, I
But
thought he was, but all right.
I never got to the introduction because he rolled for it. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
And I had to get the dig at Stanmere in there.
Gotcha. I understand.
Yeah, that's all right. We were used to getting it. We can give it back. That's our family motto.
Take it and give it.
Taking crap and giving it back.
He made shirts.
It's written on our banner in Old Golan.
the banner, it's an Ouroboros, but human.
It's a human centipede.
Eating its
In a
own
circle.
feet. All right. Lord Manthan, he motions for a few of the guards to break off. He's, gentlemen, I will lead us back to my house. The rest of my men will stay here and finish tidying up. It appears that you've done a very good job already, but I will have them do another patrol.
Good.
Yeah, there's one dude hopped into the river and
He
escaped
did
us.
hop into the river.
He was wounded when he jumped in, so he may wash ashore, a little ways down the river there. But he did. He's not a member of this pyre over here.
Very good information. Thank you. He steps off to the side and speaks with one of his lieutenants there for a little while.
Yeah, and any information about family members, I'd be happy to share that information with you guys.
Are there records of your landed serfs?
Just saying. I mean, nothing. It's a personal thing. I'm writing a book.
All right.
No.
All right. After a few moments, he mounts back up with a bit of a struggle and, takes off down the road. He's like, friends, follow me, and takes off at a canter.
Good. Make sure we're out of earshot, then I'll whisper to the elf.
He's fat like a pig.
All right.
And wait till we get to the house, I guess.
Yeah, dude.
All right. He has to slow up after a little while so your cart can stay pace with him and on his riding horse. But after about an hour, you begin to see a stone structure in the distance, ringed by a wooden palisade.
Cool.
It's very single. It's a single story structure, kind of wide and squat. It almost reminds you of like
Him.
Well, yeah, actually, but I was going to say a toad sitting on top of the hillside, but
Gotcha. All right.
it's obviously not built for looks or anything like that. It's very utilitarian fortress. One large main house with a couple of stone outcroppings off of it. It looks like it's been built on again and again and again
Are we in a
and
swamp?
again. No,
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
you know
That
you're
would be crazy.
nobody builds in a swamp.
They called me crazy.
Y'all said it was daft.
It's quite the place you got there, bro.
Oh, thank you. It's been in the family for generations. It's a small place, I know, but we call it home.
Yeah, it looks like it hold up well in a fight.
Actually, that's the only thing you think it is probably useful for.
Well, yeah, I got to give him a compliment somehow. That he'd be honest about it.
You have a lovely home. It is very economical.
That is certainly a building.
Several other small shacks seem to have been built in the surrounding area. They're all very traditional Golan longhouses where they dig out the ground, build the walls and then like put an A-frame over top of it.
Dirt
Alright.
people.
All people are dirt people to you.
Well, indeed.
Yeah. So will any of these be part of our feast?
I tend not to eat the peasants as they get uppity when I do.
Not the ones you eat.
But they're tough eating. So,
Not letting me into the bones.
so no, he leads you through a wooden gate into the main area, and he says, "Please stable your horses over there, and then meet me in the great hall.
Right.
We have much to discuss."
I thought we were just okay. Well, I'm not talking to him anymore, but you just
No, every time we get
I thought we were
called-
just here to eat something, then we're going to leave in the morning. We ain't got a whole lot to discuss.
That's
not
how
with
they
this.
get you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, take care of the ghost in my basement.
Well,
Middle no-
Timeshare.
Look,
that's what I was more thinking. He's going to talk about
middle
timeshare
nobility
opportunity.
always wants something from you. Fortunately, if you're not the peasantry, they normally pay.
All right, so we'll follow instructions and go over there and secure some
All right.
stuff and
Hang out.
we'll make sure that Vaco or
Vander.
there you go, Vander. We'll have Vander stay with the. You stay with the.
He's just drooling in the back.
You hang out with the cart, homeboy.
Just staring into a corner. It's like
He's over there trying to like catch a fly in his hands.
Yeah, I trust as many as you people as I can throw. So you hang with the cart. Maybe hide under a blanket or something. Just don't let anybody take our stuff.
Yeah,
Thanks, bro.
He agrees because he's got no other choice at this point.
Yeah.
That's right.
He's and he's vegan, so he's not going to want to eat any pig anyway. So
yeah, we've determined he's vegan now.
We're building your character for you, Rick.
so not
There we go.
only am I increasing the lore of halflings, I will also create lore for Vander, now known as Vaco.
That's actually how he gets his powers.
Part of his pact.
Yep.
He had to become vegan.
had to become.
He swallows the souls of the vegetation.
God, what was it? Scott Pilgrim versus the world.
Being vegan just makes you better than everyone else.
He gets superpowers.
Yeah.
All
So there we go.
All right.
Gelato's not vegan. Milk and eggs.
The vegan police will arrive.
God, great
All right.
scene.
You make your way across the massive courtyard. It's unlike most places, it's dirt courtyard, which the spring rains have turned into just a mass of mud. So you have a hard time making your way across, especially you, Weehoo.
What are you talking about? I'm light-footed.
No. Your feet sink in.
I dance. on top of it.
All that mud gets matted in that thick fur on top of your feet. Oh God.
That's why we avoid it with at all possible moments.
He clambers up on somebody else's
You know how hard it
shoulders.
is?
Carry me.
You know how hard it is to lick clean your hair tufts on the bottom of your feet?
I mean, it's a
Very
lot
difficult.
harder when you don't have a raspy tongue.
Yeah, I'm telling you. That's why we have.
Halflings have a sticky tongue,
Yeah.
kind of like a lizard.
Right.
Yeah.
That's how
We
they
li-
smell.
Can extend about half
I leave
Yeah,
residue.
they've got Jacob's organ in their mouth.
And Beckmer glands. Acid.
I don't
No.
get those until 5th level.
You know, I always thought it would be hilarious if you took the barbarian route where you could get like the claws and the wings and the tail and
That-
everything.
That was a possibility pre-reborning.
Okay.
But I've changed character direction
You're more civilized now.
a little bit.
All right. You make your way to the largest of the stone structures. There's a huge double door made of ironwood. And you open it up into a high-ceilinged chamber with bare timbers. Many pennants hang from the beams, and there is a huge central fire pit running a good portion of the length of the room. And the entire chamber ends in like a high raised dais of wood where
man.
a large table is set. Servants run about at this point. gathering foodstuffs and laying them out on the many tables.
All right.
These guys won the Feudalism World Series in 78 and 82.
That's what I was wondering about the penance for what?
Many of them depict the heraldry of House Manthan. A few of them you would guess it'd be where other families have married into the family, like lesser heraldry and that kind of thing.
I would think it'd be the other way around, where House Piggy would be they'd want to marry out of this family. Just saying. Is there any flags from the House of Stanmeyer?
No.
Ah, darn it.
Yeah, but he knows. He knows.
It's just a half moon.
Well, to be fair, your grandfather was the squire of the king during the original war, so.
So you got that going for you.
Right?
All right. Well, that's,
sword boy! Get over here!
Polish my armor.
That's way better than the piss boy.
Oh no, he served double duty.
So yeah, we just guess kind of mill around, wait for somebody to tell us where I'm sitting. Tell us where I'm sitting. Yes, you heard me.
Get
right?
you a booster seat.
Yeah.
Before long, Lord Manthan bustles into the room, changed out of his armor and battle gear and into a heavy green robe.
Mm-hmm.
Please, gentlemen, up here by the head table. This is where honored guests would rest.
All right. Okie dokie.
He ushers you in, and servants begin to pour in behind him, bustling about. They pour you wine. There's a pig roasting on the fire, and he's like, later tonight we will have a true feast. However, I figure you must be weary from the road. At this point, it's maybe 3 p.m.
Okay.
So he goes, however, I do have some business to discuss with you.
Okay.
You
Of
managed to
course.
kill bandits on my land, and I offer a bounty on bandits from on my land.
Oh,
Excellent. There were easily 50 of them.
Yeah. You got there on that was like the third wave of burning.
all right. We got the other ones down to bones and dust.
Halfling just eats them.
Cool.
Not all of them.
I don't eat the skulls.
That's the best meats.
He goes, please, and he produces a pouch from inside his robe. Like the breast area, not the nether area, Chris.
What? What?
You were looking at me funny, like you had a snarky
I don't have
comment.
my glasses on. I can barely see you.
It was like he couldn't tell what coin purse he was looking at.
No.
I still got my keys in my hand jingling around.
He throws it down on the table and he says, for a job well done.
Excellent.
Now, if I could, obviously as descendants, you have papers, no doubt, as well. May I see your documents?
Credentials.
Yeah, why not? There you go. I didn't. Well, I have to go out to the cart to get them. I don't take them with me everywhere. The hell?
Okay.
Excuse me. For what purpose would you like to see our papers?
Well, to make sure that you are who you say you are. Otherwise, this may very well be a last meal. How do I not know that you are the bandits for which I was? I have but your word at this point, correct?
My word is gold, boy.
And
The word of all halflings is fool's gold at best.
Yeah, because you'd be a fool not to trust it.
I'm
I'm going to go to the cart. I'll be back.
Lord.
Though I
Lord
doubt
Matt.
a man of the Stanmere family would stoop to such terrible profession as banditry, I would be remiss if I did not check in due course.
But it wouldn't surprise me.
Most certainly. I mean, you don't see dirt in these fingernails, but why not?
Is that another man's blood all over your hands still?
Maybe.
Some of it's my own.
When I get going, I really get going.
By the way, yeah, I don't have the spear. I've the sword's easier to carry, and I am only doubleted here. This is not
Okay. So you dress down as well?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I don't mind showing identification of some sort. I mean, it's reasonable.
You got to have your work visa.
I don't. I don't keep it with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go out to the cart with my other cool stuff. And if a house happens to get burgled on the way,
Well, there are no houses inside the walls of the fort.
I
but
take the long way around.
outside and around the entire circumference.
Well, is there any?
Just
I
checking
assume
out the perimeter.
Yeah, I assume the stables have there's other stuff there, right? There's other carts they got.
Well, there are a handful of other doors, and yes, they do use doors instead of beaded curtains. But
so there's probably some tools and stuff there. So I'll grab some random hammers and toss them on the cart.
just looting them for everything they have.
Just grabbing some stuff. Things that won't be missed.
Everything has a serial number on it.
Hide the stuff.
Jesus.
And then and grab my papers, which I keep on me at all times.
Sounds about right.
All right. So you managed to get a few random things onto the cart. A pair of blacksmith tongs, a small hammer for flattening iron.
Every little bit helps.
This horseshoe is amazing.
It's our lucky toad to put around the cart.
Nail that to the cart.
All right. You grab your papers and head on back. Nobody seems to be all that interested in what you're doing.
Fools.
You do see other men bustling about the walls of the fort and everything. They appear to be switching guard right now.
Is it seem more of a carefree kind of just going about their jobs, or is there they're a little more tense?
Roll me a perception.
I'm okay at perception, I think.
Perceive.
Yeah, kind of. 24.
Ooh.
Nice.
No, it seems to be rather laid back and everything.
All
it's
right,
not like
all
they're
right.
tense or anything
Okay.
like that.
They're not prepping for something. Okay. Alrighty, then I'll make my way back there, and I'll just have my paper in my hands, going, "Here I got it."
Mm-hmm.
One of the things you do notice is that even though they are, moderately well armed and armored, they don't seem to have the snap of professional soldiers to you. You would guess that these would be more along the lines of like housecarls, just fighting men that happen to be in the area that
Easily
are
conquered. I understand.
under the employment of the local lord.
All right, so I'll bring back papers and show them. There you go.
All right. He takes a few minutes to peruse your papers. He's like, "Oh, I can't help but see that you're tied to the Hargrave house."
Yeah,
AKK
they added
certified.
that. They added that sticker when we helped them out.
Just rubber stamp.
Yeah, we're going around collecting stamps.
It's a fine house in the cities, but you'll find out here, and we stick to the old ways, not the new ways of Gola.
So you
And you
have
don't
human
have-
sacrifice.
And you don't have enormous basements filled with the undead?
No,
That's,
You-
well,
wait,
then that's an improvement.
wait. They have a basement filled with undead?
Not anymore.
Well, yeah,
Not anymore. We did a little cleaning for them.
So you're well accomplished, I see.
Well, no one end of the spear from the other, and sometimes we explode.
No big deal.
That sounds like a fascinating story. And
Oh.
we shall have it over drinks. He pours everybody a large horn of mead.
Ooh,
And
I want a mead horn.
those things are super cool, like drinking horns.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Just half for me, thank you.
No, you get a full horn.
Yeah.
It comes in pints.
Don't worry, we can split it.
So after a day of revelry, basically, where he just does nothing but feed you and make sure that you're nice and plump.
Woo! Ah, man, cannibalism. Sweet.
No, it's not going to go that route. No, he feeds you
Oh,
well.
crap.
Turn into golden hillbillies.
Looks like you made a wrong turn.
Golden Hills have I.
He he gestures you all to join him at the head table after his other warriors from the ride come and join him, and the party really just becomes very raucous.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure. I mean, I'll drink, but make sure that I don't get anywhere past buzzed.
All right, I need a Constitution save from everybody, please.
Yeah.
If you're drinking.
I'm not drinking that much.
I don't drink. I would like some milk.
May I have advantage because I'm purposely
One
not?
of the maids does go and get you a milk.
Thank you very much.
May I have advantage because I'm purposely not trying to make sure that I don't get ripped up?
Well, don't you have advantage on poison saves anyways for being
Is it
re-dead?
considered a poison stave?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then yes.
I mean, wait a minute. Do you have resistance?
Well, I don't remember. I wrote it down.
Resistance is what? Half damage. So
Well, it's not poison.
It's
I'm
advantage.
I'm
It's
basically
okay,
making sure
advantage.
you guys aren't getting super sloshed.
anyway, I've got a 21 Constitution
And
save
it's a
You're good.
because
It's a con
career
save, so I'm at
alcoholism.
16.
I did 18.
I was talking about your character, Eric.
Ah, God. You think I have a career? That's cute.
I moonlight.
I just moon
Mm.
All right.
in the light.
So everybody seems to have, it's like better than a 12, right?
Yes.
All right. So yeah, you managed to keep your wits about you. You,
All right.
you don't go whole hog on the mead.
And so I assume like there's,
See what I did there?
Yeah, so
yeah.
I assume there's like dancing and hoo-ha.
Oh yeah, it's a big to do.
Gonna hit the dance floor, baby.
Yeah.
Jump up on the tables because that seems to be where
No!
everybody else is dancing.
Oh, well, okay. And then we're going to do some of the 5-finger lifting. Yeah. You're all getting drunk and stuff. Going to steal your coin purse. Yeah.
All right, I'll need a sleight of hand check from you. The rest of you, he beckons over to where he's sitting at the high table. And he's like, "Gentlemen, I would be very honored if you could help me with something. And I know that it seems very rude of me to both to ply you with food and beverage and then ask a favor of you, but there is something that I as I sit here, I believe that you could be a help with."
Well, not unexpected, my lord, but we are out on the trail and adventure calls. What do you need?
Hold that thought for just a second.
26.
26.
26.
Oh yeah, you managed to like as you're
Oh, wait. 27.
all right. Oh, because you yeah
We got better.
yeah. All right. So as you're dancing with just a fine buxom lass.
Yay.
Dance!
That's fine. Dudes, too. That's fine. I mean, there's no big deal. No problem.
Dance!
It's a goal and square dance where you just like trade partners as you.
Perfect.
So like as you trade partners, you manage to slip a bracelet off of one of the ladies there in attendance.
Excellent.
You think on the market you could get maybe 10 silver out of it.
All right.
Mm-mm-mm.
All right, back to you.
Sweet.
Yes, well, you do seem to be accomplished fighters, and from your earlier stories of your exploits, you have some experience with the undead.
Oh, more of those fun folks. Well, my man Engelbert here will definitely be interested to hear about this.
Well, to our very shame, some of our people still practice the old ways of Gola, worshipping the Six.
Hmm.
You know of the Six, I'm sure, don't you?
Well, absolutely. I've lived here for quite some time. My
All
life.
right. Religion, please, from anybody who knows it.
I'm busy.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you're not there.
Well, yeah, gee.
It's one of them silly human gods things anyways, so.
Oh, that's a nat 20, isn't it, buddy?
It is indeed.
You actually wrote your thesis on the Six?
On even gods.
Yeah. It's the old
Immediately burned
religion.
for being heretical material.
Before King Graham brought the new religion of the creator of man to Gola, when he came 70 years ago, they used to worship the Six, which are 3 incarnations of the female and 3 incarnations of the male. So you have the maiden mother crone on the female side, and the trickster, warrior, and scholar on the male side. And they would worship those for, various reasons. There are really more aspects that were, and it was a loose collection of beliefs more than an organized religion. However, when the creator of man kind of came in and became the state religion, it tamped all that down.
As religions do.
Well, they seem to supplant each other. So,
We like to call it progress.
I'm right, you're wrong, student.
Spoken like state clergy.
he takes a long drink from his drinking horn before continuing. Some of our more rudimentary folk have continued with their worship of the six, and some years ago, to my very shame, they drug a man out into the streets and burnt him alive for his worship of the six.
Seems appropriate.
Well,
where's the problem?
I cast him a look.
I mean, not the burning, but the chastising, surely.
well,
Not the burning, but the beating and the killing. That's right.
I mean,
Chastisement at several hundred degrees, yes.
Well, this was a local village not too far from here, but ever since then, it appears that the man's ghost has been haunting the village.
Oh.
good.
Well, we should go talk to him.
Well, I was hoping that you could go and banish this ghost for me. I've sent men against it before, and they seem to have quelled it for a time, but he always comes back. And this has been going on for the last 20 years or so.
Okay, so a man burned in the streets. He's been coming back as an apparition of some sorts. Have any of your men seen this? I assume someone's been complaining, if you've heard of it.
Ah, yes, it's a well-known local legend here by now, but apparently the incidents have been becoming violent recently.
Violent in what way?
Men and women will wake up in the middle of the night with their night clothes and skin torn as if being scratched.
Oh.
Or clawed. Children have terrible dreams and wake up in the morning and vomit blood.
This, and I've leaned down. Now, are you certain that this isn't some superstition, that there isn't some man going about doing this in the dead of night?
Oh, that was my first thought as well. However, I sent 2 of my most trusted soldiers out to investigate it, and they said that they too ran across an apparition of the burned man.
Honestly, it sounds like a class 1 haunting that usually results in a incomplete conversion during immolation. It's a standard procedure to deal with them quickly if we can. So.
He is quite capable of...
From the sound of it, I would say yes.
Well, yes, he has a certain touch with those of the formerly living. But would these soldiers be on hand at this point, or are they off and about?
Oh, sadly, they're off on patrol at this point, as they're 2 of the most trusted, and they run many of my patrols out on the roads to keep them clean of bandits.
Will they be coming back this way before we take off in the morning?
Oh, they're not due back again until next week.
Well, it's well enough. We'll.
I do have a written report from them, if you would, though. Or the scribes wrote it as they dictated.
Oh, that would work out nicely. Yes, I'll take a look at it. Well, fellows, what do you think?
I think we should leave
Sure.
immediately.
I approve of this ghost. Let's help it.
This party rules. Wee.
The elf is like, this is how the ghosts were designed. They're working as intended. That's not a bug, it's a feature.
A dance.
All right. So are you in agreement then? You will help me with my problem?
Oh, certainly.
I can't have some silly specter riling up the peasantry.
Yes.
Well, and I don't mean to be crass, but what exactly is in it for us?
Of course, you'll be paid handsomely.
How handsomely?
Handsomely.
Handsomely. All the ham you can eat.
At that
2
point,
smoked joints of ham.
at that point, I heft the coin purse and well, that seemed sufficient beforehand for bandits. If we're going to be ashing ghosts,
Yeah.
well,
What's in the goddamn bag? If it's coppers, he can piss off.
And I shake it a bit. Doesn't sound like copper.
Look at it! My God, man. You're the guy. Open it up. Look in the bag. Look in the bag.
The halfling comes out of
would be-
nowhere.
Just prancing across. Look at the bag, man.
That would be improper, Wii U. Why don't you go out there and dance some more?
How about you give me the bag? And then I'll take a look at it and I'll leave.
Ah, no.
I'll look at it on the out where it's proper on the dance floor.
I don't know. For some reason, your hands seem to stick to gold over much.
Give me the bag.
As for your question as to what your payment would be, I would be willing to pay upwards of 50 gold coins for the removal of this spirit.
Hot dang, 50 gold, and we get to fight a ghost? Sweet.
And more importantly, we can correct the wrong that was created inadvertently by the church. Inadvertently, of course.
Oh, of
We
course,
would
of
never
course.
admit to such wrongdoing, but if there was wrongdoing, we would, of course, correct it.
I've never known the church to admit to any wrongdoing.
And we never will. That's our promise,
You can take that to the bank.
which we also own.
All right. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for your help in this. Sadly, it's well on into the night. He's like, I believe I should turn in for the evening. I have an early morning of oppressing the peasantry.
Ah, very good.
Yes.
Well, they still
Yes.
have roofs, so that's
everyone
all
go.
well.
By
and
all
good.
means, you're welcome to stay here in the main hall. We will have cots brought in shortly.
I give him a casual bow, not so much as to be disrespectful, but also to have signified that I have drank his meat.
All right.
Okay.
He waves you away, and we will deal with what happens next on Are You Wearing a Helmet?
Sweet.
Because I'm sure there'll be some casual burglary.
Nothing casual about it. It'll be on purpose all the time.
I don't know. With a roll like a 27, it's professional.
I have been your DM, Keith Allen, and I'm joined by players.
Ken.
Chris.
Rob.
Eric.
And always, we need to thank our sound producer, Bob Hernandez. Thank you, Bob, for putting up with us.
Yay.
Yeah.
And thank Excelsior Games and Comics for hosting us here in the dungeon.
Yay.
You betcha.
Yeah. Is it the Dungeon TM now? Is that a...
Well, it might be.
Oh, nice.
We're trademarking it now?
I don't think we can trademark Dungeon.
That won't
Well, it
stop
depends
us
on the kind of
from-
dungeon it turns out to be.
Oh, that's right.
There's an entire show on Netflix about that now.
Yeah.
There is.
Yeah. It's not.
But anyways, a big thanks to Excelsior Games and Comics.
For our next review issues.
And they can find Excelsior Games and Comics at excelsiorgnc.com, correct?
Yeah, you got it.
Woo, it's only taken me how long now? I don't know. Too long. All right, listeners, thank you for listening, and join us next time on Are You Wearing a Helmet?
Do it.
We're going to Burning Man.